I don't want to do this, but I have to. Oh man. Guess who's been playing a whole lot of Link Between Worlds and who's been having a blast? I have, is the answer. Just a few more days and I'll get to see what the Animal Crossing hype's all about. And, actually there's one other thing. I'm going to give someone else a 3DS bundled with a game. Because he knows he's... Oh, look, I have a green shield because I have corrosion resistance. Because he's awesome. That's why he's getting it from me. It's a whole bunch of money. I've never met him in real life, but I've known him for so long. I've known him longer than any of my real friends. So he's got that going for him. Aren't a lot of people that can say that. Don't drop it. I want to see it. Well, it's not better than anything. It's not a full green. Sorry, I only... Let's see what the weapon shop has to sell today. Ho! I'm kind of interested in that. The Deep Sniper. I want to see this revolver.
Unless you never want to turn your back on anything ever again. Wait, that was a crap threat. Can I try again?
He's so cute! The only good thing about this game so far. At least they have the common decency of putting everything around this one place so that you don't like have to walk around. Ugh. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Link Between Worlds, really fun. Also looking really forward to playing Animal Crossing. I've got a few other Nintendo 3DS games on the list. It's not a long list. It's less than 10 games. I want to keep it healthy, unlike my Steam. My Steam thing is just through the roof, so I'm trying to keep it a little bit on the downside now. You know. Something whoa, that guy exploded into a whole bunch of candy corn. Sir, you're not supposed to do that. Silly bean. Or is he a bean? I guess we'll never know. I like endings like that. I guess we'll never know. Shock contact. I want to go for a contact, but I don't want one that heals potential enemies. Like, shock isn't bad as in damage against these guys. It's just bad in terms of certain enemies will get healed if you use it. Which is a massive flaw. If I shoot a gun, I don't want to make my enemy feel better. There is actually a skill for the soldier class in this game that lets you heal your friends by shooting them with guns. So I guess there's always that. Wrong way. So yeah, Link Between Worlds, really good game. A lot of, if you've played Link to the Past, you're going to be having a lot of deja vus. There are similarities everywhere. It is insane. Fine. Be that way. Fine! If you need brains, shoot for the head. Oh, that's such a cute tip. I like how they put the boss of the area that's unrelated to the main quest as the storefront. I'm gonna keep ranting for one specific reason. As you may have noticed, I play a lot better when I do. What do you say? I don't care about the planet. Captain Planet, I think that's his song. Can I? Ah, yes, flowers. I like flowers. Where am I going? All the way over there. Lovely. Captain Planet, he kind of sucks though. That's why they have the heart guy around, by the way. Because, you know, He has a faulty Rickatek. Oh, I love the term Rickatek. It means heart. At least that's what we call it sometimes. The Dutch. Leave it to the men who have no care for... Everything that's related to the Dutch people being sucky is about us being cheap. Understandable, we're a trade nation, but we're not cheap. Except that we were at some point. We were, but we're not now. I mean, we could have switched to slave labor. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. We could just destroy that law and go back to having slaves everywhere. If we were really cheap, we would have done that already. So there's my argument. Slavery, always a good thing to bring up. And if you'd like to partake in an argument about slavery, just dial 999. Sir, I am offended. Are you a black person? Or is your family in any way, shape, or form ever enslaved? No. Then you, sir, are not allowed to complain. You're a privileged white person. How dare you complain? You're not even a minority in your respective country. That's kind of sucky always. I don't think the white man should represent them. I'm not saying you shouldn't support them and be like, man, you should stop doing that. But I don't think you should represent them or claim that you represent them. Because you're kind of pushing the envelope. Really? He respawns? Of all the assholes to respawn, it had to be that guy. Oh dear God, I can't believe it's that shitty. I hope I shot the legs. They said that was a good thing. I caught the brain in midair! Or as my friend calls it, midair. Which is wrong. Really, really wrong. Which way do I go? Oh, I see. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna keep shooting this thing until I'm out. It does work. That's the way. I like it.
Feel it.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry that I could not live up to your standards. There's a whole bunch of zombies out here. I was told this place was zombie-free, but... Can't trust any companies these days, can ya? God damn. Even with something as simple as no zombies. Even just no zombies is too hard for these people lately. Oh, so he throws up and puts one down. That's neat. So, is this arena thing gonna end soon? Because I'm kind of bored. You know, just saying. Not to mention that I have to cough. Oh, it's torso. Another guy.
Like that?
I think we're gonna go to TK Bach at the end of this video, because I think we're about to clean up this quest. Just one more. How hard can it be to find one more zombie brain? They're everywhere. There you go. I told you they were everywhere. Except on the beach. Don't want to see those bikini lines. Definitely don't want to see those. Oh, great. It's a whole bunch of them. Really? Did they just spawn? Yes, they spawned behind me. Plastic, fantastic. Color me amused. Sir, could you just get moving? Jeesh. I'm not asking much. Well, it's right across the street. That'll take us about 5 minutes. Unless I hoof it. I don't say that as often as I should. Hoofing it. Terrible. Awful. Color me moderately annoyed. Oh, really? Really?
Reorienting satellite dish. Please commence cowering in terror from zombie presence.
That. Cower! Cower! Oh man, I'm super spooked!
Dish positioned, or at least close enough. Transmission commencing on 56K connection. Please wait. Transmission received. Thank you for using our state-of-the-art interstellar science magician to send your message.
Science magician? Well, I guess you should always be careful with your science magicians.
Jacobs Corporation would like to extend a warm and friendly thank you for informing us of Dr. Ned's malfeasance. Money has been wired to your account as a show of gratification. Your nonverbal acceptance of this tender enters you into a contractual obligation as an employee of the Jacobs Corporation, and you now need to return to Jacobs Cove and await further instructions under duress of termination. Like, we'll kill you. We've sent a contact to meet you there. Get moving.
Let's do this the cheap way. So yeah. Ooh, that was a nice snap. I like that one.
It has been brought to the executive leadership of the Jacobs Corporation that certain
I'll see you at the GK Baka Baka.
Fearless Zombie Killer! New missions are available at the Jacobs Cove Bounty Board.
These zombies needs to be dead. Okay, I guess that's a small little quest we can do on the side.
Those guns absorb a lot of recoil, allowing you to stay accurate throughout the fight.
Oh, machine gun's better.
For anything less than the best.
I guess that's true. But I don't know what the best is. Oh, so that's what this whole thing was about. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Now, supposedly, and this is something I've read.
Jacobs, we know if you've got one in your hand, you are happy.
Not even selling that much of Jacob. Truth be told, your stuff's kind of butt. Supposedly somewhere on the Jacobs machine there's a texture error. In fact, I'm gonna look that up right now. Is that the texture sheet? That is super spooky.
Jacobs, wood is where it's at.
What is with Jacobs and penises? Jesus Christ, man. Is that like the only one, or is it? No, no, these are their own. That's pretty weird, actually. It's actually kind of interesting. Hitching a ride. Oh, man, I have to go back to Dead Hay. Oh, fuck that. We're not doing that right now. We've got brains to turn into and get the final quest. Brains. Who doesn't like a good set of brains? I do. I do, I do, I do. This alt-enter trick, by the way, super use. I love it. I appreciate it. I do, in fact. I am not going to complain. I'm not going to send a formal complaint. I'm not going to send a complaint in general. One thing I have to say about Link Between Worlds is a lot of samey music. For a game that tries to be so different from the typical formula, a lot of samey stuff. I haven't even played Link to the Past, I've just seen it. I'm like, I remember that. It's deja vu all over them place. We will eat you. Capitol Freeway. On the Capitol Highway. I never heard that song in full, I think. I think I have, or maybe I haven't. Maybe I just know the rhythm. The jungle beat with the Jamba Juice. Man, Playground Explorer and Ages should not be making that reference. In fact, I should not be making references to other series in general. Because that's impolite. Maybe you don't like it. Maybe you hate that series. Like, I never want to have anything to do with that series again ever. And I'm like, I'm going to make a reference to that series that you never want to have anything to do with ever. You're like, oh, that's kind of mean. I'm like, sorry. Being mean to me, stuff. And I hope you can appreciate this apology. Excellent. Now that that's settled, let's take care of this man who's wildly flailing his arms. Go, man. Flail those arms. Show that air what you've got. I just noticed that the burst fire is actually affected by the firing rate of a gun. Did not expect they'd do something that weird. I thought burst fires were how the firing rate was calculated, but nope. It's something completely independent. I'd say midgets are easy to kill. Put on the shirt. By put on a shirt, I mean put on a shirt. Put a shirt on. Defiler, jeez. Just because you're dead doesn't mean you can't look stylish. Or have a little bit of common decency. Although I think that's what defines zombie. Lacking common decency. Lots of zombies. Keep forgetting that's a thing. Well, at least we can move on to TK. God damn that guy. I don't know what the hell he's about even. I think we did like a few missions for him when he was alive, and then it was like, nope! I'm not significant to this plot at all. And then I'll show up later in a quest. The quest being the only reason I'm even dead. I've got you, babe. I've got you, babe. Doo-doo. I like how some of those guys look like Frankenstein. If you wonder why I'm doing so much hipfire, I'm trying to get more of those challenges done. I think there's a few for them for hipfire. I don't know, I haven't checked them and I have no intention of doing so anyway. Vladov Swiper. Swiper, no swiping. Zweep. It actually translates rather well into Dutch. You'd be surprised. Though the particular word that I'm referring to does not actually mean anything about stealing, it might as well. Since a whole generation is taught that now. No, actually, no, they still use just the word stealing. Like in your language, it's swiper, no swiping. We just say swiper, don't be a fucking asshole about it, you know? We can share! But you just have to be a dick about it, don't you? And he sort of like, oh, fiddlesticks. I guess I'll be on my way then, shall I? And then Dora's being a fucking asshole about it. Jeez, we really don't know how to dub stuff, do we? We really don't. Let's go shoot rockets at things. Okay, let's see how this thing works. That worked excellent. El Toreador. Better if there's a horde. But it's still pretty good, actually. Compared to most other rocket launchers, this has been a major disappointment. I guess that's what rocket launchers are really good for, is for dealing large-scale elemental damage. God damn it, you midget. Stop being so offensive. They prefer to be called vertically challenged, or just people. But they're not people. You and I know that. Oh man, was that subtle? Or what? You get a B minus. A B minus? Actually, I meant a D minus, but, you know. I don't think you could tell the difference. That's how subtle you were. Oh, it's a zinger! I like that one. So, nobody's gonna help him with his foot? Great. It was like being an asshole around people's feet.
Another day, another kill.
I hate metric butt tons of stuff. Hey, but I get a level for my metric butt ton of work. Yeah, I'm gonna get a respec, and you'll see what that respec's actually going to do in a bit. Because I think I'm gonna stick with this. This is really good. This is really good. I'm gonna go for this one, and then I'm gonna go for this one. Probably gonna go with I don't know. I don't actually care about this all that much. Now, at least. You are disgusting. Seriously, how do you get rid of all that fat? You anorexic jack! You're just an anorexic person, aren't you? Mama was always disappointed in you, TK Baka. Baka! Baka! TK Baka! Baka! Yeah, you coughed up a brain of bullets. I always hate when he's lying down on the floor. It's all like, oh man, I'm super sad. But I'm not super sass. Like a sunset sarsaparilla. Whoever made that name really doesn't like the letter S. Or he does. We'll never know. Wait, I forget, that's the only place I can respec in this entire environment.
For their elemental modifications. Need we remind ourselves
Respec!
of the company motto? If it ain't
Ho! Ooh, I have 5 more points to spend. But where? Carrion! Oh, that's Predator. What's Carrion Call then? Oh, this is Carrion Call. I could go for this, which would make any... I like this. I want all of these, actually. Now... so this means all bullets. But is it that good? That's really the question. Would have been better against Guardians. It would have been really good against Guardians. This, on the other hand, we're gonna go with this.
I'd rather be dead. Please lead by example.
I've got plenty of levels to waste if I really care that much. Let's go find out what this one's up about. You know what, I'm gonna give you a little bit more video because I was actually not planning to make a video today. I was like, no, I wanna play! And I was like, no, I'm actually not that interested. But I'm like, you know what? Let's get this poop out of the way. Let's take this pile of manure and shove it somewhere else. I want you to take this stick and shove it up your poop hole. But that's not where sticks belong. I guess you are right about that. The question is, am I going to care? I just don't know. Can I care? I don't like this impression. It's bad. It's just really, really bad. Pew. Yeah, my hand's starting to get buff and gruff about this. As in, it does not want to cooperate that much. Play coins are an interesting concept, by the way. I really like the idea of play coins. You shove it in your pocket, you carry it around for a couple of minutes, and boom! Play coins in the game are used for hint ghosts. every time, because there's the whole ghost of like, oh, so far I haven't needed, I didn't need any of them. I just don't. The game is ridiculously easy. But that might just be all of my years of pristine experience. On the other side of the argument is poop on a stick, I guess. Poop on a stick or stick on a poop? Good question. Good question. Let's take that into consideration. The game's pretty easy. I've actually only fallen twice, and I had fairies. Bottles are really easy to get. The game gives you access to most items from the beginning, which might be why it's so... No, that's not why it's so easy. I don't like the energy bar system, and at the same time, I actually kind of do. It's a good compromise for having to buy lots of stuff. But in return... actually, I never use the shops for that anyway, so who cares? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Carry on, sweet son. Rockets! What's the rocket about? I love elongating words. I just do. It's fun. Give it a go sometime. You'll explore a world you never knew existed. And then there'll be this weird guy in a spacesuit with a blue helmet that goes, never existed. And suddenly, you're part of the non-existent universe. Oh, I've got to fight Mr. Jack McAss again.
You like that?
Is he gonna show up or what? I hope he doesn't take a day off today. Well, his little buddies are around, certainly. At least they're getting a check mark for presents. We don't do that here, by the way. Anything with that. We're like, oh, you're here? Oh, how cute. We never gotten anything extra for that. I want someone to tell me how that happened, more particularly why that happened. Just in time. I still don't like that guy. But he is very close to a particular phrase, so I guess he's going to have to stick around for a while. Ooh. On top of that, I just like this Hyperion for how super accurate it is. I thought I would never be the guy to go for Hyperion accurate weapons, but there's a certain secret with them. I just can't help but adore them. And that guy just shot a man with a rocket when he was lying at my feet. I was like, oh, I just love it. Yeah, it seems they respawn even the badass enemies for no particular reason other than, haha, we're making jokes. And I'm like, that's not a joke, that's just being a dick. And he's like, no, it's a joke. See, I've got proof it's a joke. I've written 10 papers about it. I'm like, that doesn't change anything. You're writing papers supposed to justify it. Has it been peer-reviewed yet? I don't care about anything that's not been peer-reviewed. Really? Well, at least I'm getting lots of brains. Brains, 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 capital brains, brains, capital brains. That's brains with a capital B. That's a bunch of land zombies. Oh hey, how are you doing today, dear sir? I think that guy was doing just swell. Oh, there's a crawler somewhere.
You like that?
Sorry, I'm being really apathetic today. I'm getting my apathy award. No, no, little Billy Jane Johnson. Really kind of liking this double drop system that's going on. Oh dear God, we've got miles to go. Solve this. Excellent. I don't think I can come back to snipers after this endeavor.
You like that?
After this whole subroutine, I really don't think I can go back to snipers ever again. This has tainted my mind with just go for it. I love that of Beautiful Joy. I've never played it, but I do know that at every checkpoint the game's like, just go for it! Oh man! There is no better way to say you fucked up, but you can try again, you schmuck. Just go for it. And I'm like, yeah, let's go for it. I'm watching the video. I'm not even doing anything. I don't know if I appreciate this, mister. In fact, I think I'm going to not appreciate this. Oh yeah, watch that critical fly! This is taking forever.
So many to choose from.
I'll have a look at those in a second. Thank you for your donation. And another. Let's take this guy out the old-fashioned way. Just for... Oh, they're even respawning, aren't they? I guess we should just compare. Or should I say, dare to compare. Actually, I just made a lot of noise. I didn't actually compare anything. I just saw the arrows and I was like, whatever. Actually, one of them might be a match. How much is this? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's a fire rocket. It's exactly what I need. I shot it right in your balls. You're cheating. You're cheating. Do you know what we do with cheaters around here, fellow? Not much, actually. We're kind of fast and loose with that. I keep forgetting you should have body parts. It doesn't help you, but you can do it. How far is my... These randomly behind me guys. They keep popping up every now and then. Something just blew up. No! What did I equip? I don't really see any reason. Like I said, this would take hours. Plowing through a zombie horde is hard as balls. Well, at least there's an animation, I guess. But it's not so great. It's not so great. Oh, is that thing going to fan out? Aw. I can't believe they took this.
See your signal and your transportation is inbound. Be sure to avoid the satellite-marked landing zone. Anything standing in that location will have its face melted off. The Jacobs Corporation will charge you if that face pours.
Marginally regret? Or very much regret? I know how you play this. I know how you play the game. You just pretend you don't care, but you love me. You love me. You love those sassy cheeks. You love them good. I like to think there was this guy who was like, we can't get rid of the lance at all. Like, they're sort of hard-coded, and they're like, okay, we'll just override it with something that is also lance people.
Declarable error and your ride hasn't been dispatched yet. I'm working to resolve the problem. Sorry about that. Have a nice day.
It's alright, lady. You know what? I've grown to get used to it. In fact, I rather like it. Mind if I take a ride? Oh, I'm so smart. That was the weirdest explosion ever. Second wind would be nice right now.
Funny story. I forgot to fill out TKP request form 3882, so the fleet, get this, wouldn't send out your transportation. I've taken care of that issue, right inbound. For real this time.
Excellent. You're doing me a real favor, Snookums. By the way, why did you bury everyone in this one place? It doesn't sound like a smart idea to me. Like really, mass graves during the zombie apocalypse? Not a great plan.
I can see it on the radar. Any minute now. Remember to avoid the landing zone during final descent. See, I told you I'd take care of it.
Ma'am, how many times do I have to say, you are the best? You are the best there ever was. You are the best there'll ever be. My neck itches. There you go. I just scratched that itch. And that one too. I'm a real professional. Ooh, it's a weapon crate. Let's give this a yawn. Let's see. I like that one. Kinda like that one too. Oh, was that?
Sorry for the wait. I hope you weren't inconvenienced. Remember, a Jacobs representative will be waiting to greet you when you land.
That's neat. I am sure it would be. But guess what I don't have? Lilith. I really needed a quest to... Yeah, I guess it's as good as anything.
For their elemental modification. Need we remind ourselves of the company motto? If it ain't a Jacobs, I'd rather be dead. Please lead by example.
By which they mean dying.
Let's kind of dig or two about firepower. Jacob scans do one thing really well. Power. And honestly, what else do you need?
I swear, oh, let me do it again. Oh, no more. willful premeditated murder, and you'll be on your way. Easy peasy. Dr. Ned has become a liability. Take care of that liability, and we'll clean up the mess and get that mill back to work in order. There's gravy and biscuits in it for you, and by that I mean gobs of money. Take care.
I like this guy.
I almost forgot. You'll need this doodad to get the drawbridge to lower. Good luck.
Ooh. This guy's giving me a doodad. And a gun that he used! What a nice guy. Isn't he just a medical? It's kind of mean. But, before we go, before we say goodnight, farewell, good luck, and all that fancy jazz. Texture errors! This is how textures are used! I'm learning about 3D Game Engine, and it's going really bad for a number of reasons. But I know that much. I kind of like some of the assets, though. Like, where the story actually is, it's not bad, but this DLC is really crappy mechanically. Are those... Oh dear God, they are. Oh dear God. Are you kidding me? Those are flat textures? Are you kidding me? Oh no, they're not just textures, they're... Oh my goodness. That is essentially what Doom uses, people. Ugh. You could have at least made them static instead of having them move around like that. Also, you've got a very nice shine. It's probably all that wood of yours, isn't it? That's a really nice spit polish.